Hey everybody, welcome back. Northern Land plays the Binding of Isaac Repentance. Don't look at my streak. That's not for you, okay? That's for me to know. And for you in so many ways as to find out. Is today? No. Look, Jacob, Esau, don't speak to me. I'm trying to think. We haven't played Tainted Keeper yet. We need to do Boss Rush, Hush. I'm just looking. Boss Rush, Hush, Light Path, Dark Path. Okay, let's do it. So I don't remember everything about all the Tainted characters. I'm pretty sure Tainted Keeper, 8CFC GQ9X. I think that it's the old Keeper. You know, because there have been I'm bad. There have been patches made for the new Keeper. You know, he's got 3 HP and deals with the devil are money instead of HP. No, I remember now. Okay, so it's old Keeper stats, but quad shot. I mean, like, to some extent, as long as you're not a fool, why wouldn't you? Ooh! Okay, we're safe. We're safe. That's fine. But then now I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, we didn't generate anything out of doing that because we just got our HP back, so maybe it wasn't the wisest idea. Okay, but what I was gonna say, there's another little wrinkle. As you kill enemies, the enemies drop money. The money disappears if you don't pick it up fast enough. So there's like a greed timer almost you want to make sure you're making the most of. Man, this is like, I mean, holy water for 15 cents is the kind of thing that I could probably be persuaded to be kind of interested in. Make sure you're always getting the coins first. Again, you will never hear me be anything less than, like, breathlessly positive about, the Tainted characters in the game. Even the ones I'm not such a huge fan of, like, maybe we capped out on this room. I thought I was being clever. Even the ones I'm not such an enormous fan of, like Tainted Eve, for example, I recognize, ooh, that there's, a serious, like, novelty to them, and maybe one day I'll grow to like them, you know? I can't pretend to know how I'm gonna feel about, you know, X, Y, or Z tomorrow. So I'm just the expanded scope of the game is crazy. And here we go. I'm feeling pretty good. So well, I don't know what happened to the frame rate there, but maybe it's because I've got Photoshop, Paint, Uplay, Steam, OBS, the Epic Games Store, the Twitch launcher, etc., open. I mean, that shouldn't cause a problem for Isaac. I'm running a GTX 590. Is that good? I don't know anything about video cards. I'm just joking. I mean, no, I'm not. I really don't know anything about video cards. Except that the rise of cryptocurrency mining has made them, you know, out of reach for all but the most wealthy enthusiasts. If you'll excuse me, we'll pick up all this. I don't remember what you do, okay? And we're trying to do boss rush, so we want to go a little faster. Epiphora for 7 cents, pretty good, okay? Not amazing, but pretty good. Cat of Nine Tails for a nice little damage upgrade, also very valuable. I shouldn't have shot you, that's my bad. You know what, I'm not going to shoot you anymore. We got to do better about picking that money up, man. I'm not going to shoot you anymore. It's going to take an extra minute or something for you to die, but that's okay. We'll get the Plum Flute. I think Plum Flute is actually pretty good. This takes way less time than I thought it would. By the way, baby's just chilling. It sounds like... Look, the sound of an infant having fun, and the sound of an infant, you know, it sounds like they're at Orange Theory. That's that famous gym chain, right? Oh, we still gotta pay for it? What the heck is wrong with you? Are you crazy? I'm not paying for that. You must have lost your mind. I want the money. Thank you. We didn't get all of it. Okay, like, I'm not mad, but I'm like a little mad. I thought we'd maybe get a little more. I mean, we didn't do badly on this floor, but we could have done better, I guess. I don't know. We don't have enough money to, like, buy anything else. I think that this gives you... I don't remember what it does, and as a result, I'm gonna buy it. Oh, this gives you wisps every floor? Is that correct? We get some wispies every floor? Hey, baby. Hello. She's just chilling. She's just rolling. Look at that. Look at that. We got some wisps. Okay. Was that worth 5 cents? I would say. I would say yes. What the heck is this champion? Why wouldn't you pick up? There we go. Why wouldn't you pick up the coins, man? I gotta get in the habit of picking up the coins. That is so good. The only thing I will say about the tainted characters, like, I feel like I definitely... What is happening? We're so lucky. I feel like I've definitely regressed a little bit in Isaac. Why would you not pick up the coins first? You gotta get it through your head. Pick up the coins first. Feel like I've definitely regressed a little bit in Isaac, but I'm kind of just trying to, like, give myself permission to have regressed a little bit. Thank you for choosing to die off of the island. Appreciate it a great deal. Look, we got a ton of money. I'll take it. I'm not happy with it. I regret it. I would like to go back in time and not do that instead. But I think that I'm giving myself... we should shoot all these guys, too, now that I think about it. I don't think we can actually get that, but... because there really is, like, a lot to focus on now. Especially on stream. Like, I'm kind of, like... For better and for worse, and I would say it's actually for worse right now, I'm, like, over-committed to the idea that you always have to be bantering. And that, combined with characters, you know, I've never played as before. I need the coins, please. And then, you know, talking about how Subway introduced sides that are literally just smaller sandwiches, and then, what does this do? Hey, you left 6 coins behind you. You know, it's, like, mentally overwhelming a little bit. So I'm just trying to take advantage of the fact of a couple of things. One is, you know, we're oh my god, to hop. A little overwhelming with the childcare as well. Don't get me wrong. Saved. Don't worry about this. Just live. Just survive. Just survive. Thank you. I don't really want to fight the boss yet, but anyway, just giving myself like a little leeway to, like, be kind of bad, you know? And just have fun and remember that that's the way that, like, you get better in Isaac, historically, is to just chill out and have a good time. Crown of Light is actually, like, one of the best items we could ever ask for. I think Goat Head is pretty good, too. We're way ahead of schedule. Please. At least make sure you're getting the good coins. We're way ahead of schedule, so I think it's in our best interest to take the time in order to farm up, maybe not as much money as possible, but at least a reasonable amount. Man, every time the baby on the piano plays the Teddy Bear's Picnic, she's not playing it, okay? Like, I'm not trying to make her feel bad, but it's like an autoplay type thing. I remember that there was a day in, like, 2nd or 3rd grade, I would always, and I was very serious even as a child, as you'll tell from this story. I know I need those, but I also need to not die. I would sing the songs that you would sing in, like, 2nd grade. Teddy Bear's Picnic, you know, Mr. Jones by the Counting Crows, Closing Time by Semisonic, etc., etc. But I would very rarely do the actions, you know? Even back then, when most kids were like, I love the actions, I was like, I don't really find them that appealing. They don't really, you know, give anything to the song themselves. I'm not gonna buy those blind items, because we get more than enough buying opportunities on every floor. Oh my god, she's going crazy. And I remember not doing the actions for, like... Now that I think about it, it wasn't the Teddy Bear's Picnic. I think it was like... Little rabbit foo-foo, I don't wanna see you. Picking up the field mice and bopping them on the head. And there was a whole, like, you know, a whole way that it was choreographed and stuff like that. And I was, you know... Oh, if you'll excuse me one moment, please. I was not giving it what I guess another student felt was its due day on the catwalk, as Dan would say, and she tattletaled on me. The ultimate example of tattling literally did not impact her at all, but she was like, hey, Mrs. Teacher Name, Ryan's not doing the actions, and wouldn't you know it, I got in trouble as a result. Just because I wasn't doing the actions. Just because I respected the integrity of the music. I ended up being punished as a result of that. Does that seem fair? It depends. This is a good way to see who watching the video follows all instructions an authority figure gives them without actually questioning any of them. You know what? Maybe you could fly over here? Nope. It's worth a try. And there's a very famous, well, in our family, not in, like, the real world, the broader universe, but, an infamous video from my childhood where, like, my parents went to, an assembly, or, like, a performance, I'm bad, that, my, like, kindergarten class was doing. We were singing a song, and, you okay, baby? Why you all twisted up there? This is an amazing item. It was, we were doing some kind of performance. I don't even know what song it was, but my mom tells the story, like, every time I see her. And, like, I'm not doing the actions for the song on the stage, and then the girl that's standing next to me just keeps elbowing me. What can I say? You know, for people that think I'm, like, pretending to have a dour attitude when it comes to stuff like, dancing, well, I've had that dour attitude since I was, you know, knee-high to a grasshopper. Just even as a child, never derived pleasure from the actions. It was all about the music. That's why, have you ever heard of this band called Steely Dan? No, okay, I'm not gonna go down that road. I feel like when we reroll the enemies, we're not gonna get the nickel, but we're doing so well on money here. I'm not sweating it too much anymore. We got a nice little base that we can buy from. An attempt was made. Okay, so we're at 10 minutes, we're on the caves too. That's ahead of schedule. We have incredible items. In the form of Crown of Light in particular, like that's the big one. But we can't really rely on that to get us through boss rush. We're gonna need some kind of like static actual DPS upgrade in all likelihood to stand a good chance there. But there's no real reason to believe that this can't beat both Hush and Boss Rush now that I think about it, which are required to get the unlock for the tainted version of the characters. Technically, we shouldn't be shooting those guys until they get a little closer, but technically, snakes don't have parts, but if they did, I'd say we're eating his knee. You may remember that quote from the Adam Sandler film, The Waterboy. Just holding High Priestess for a more dangerous situation, shall we say. Baby. It would be interesting, like, what if we had gone with, hold on, I gotta press this at the right time. What if we had gone with, the Crooked Penny and then just tried to double all the coins as they dropped from enemies? I assume, like, they would still double with their timer on, but it, you know, could be interesting. Okay, great damage. Whatever, dude, we got Goat Head. As long as we don't get killed. I said as long as we don't get killed. Saved. Okay, Toothpick's pretty good. Worth the money. I don't know how Abaddon works for us. The mark is very good. I gotta think about this. Baby, when did you flip over? I feel like Abaddon will only give us flies and like a little damage. This is a weird one, man, but I'm taking a Thame. This is spicy, I'm not gonna deny that. I'm taking a Thame because I think when we get hit, we want to have literally anything that could kill enemies that hit us so that we could generate the coin from their body, you know? And that's HP for us. So we're trying to build it in a bit of a different way here, but I don't think we're going to regret, like, on a existential level, not taking Abaddon. I could be wrong, though. You know, there's some runs you win because you got one amazing item, and then there's some runs you win because you got a collection of decent items. If this is supposed to be the latter, then we got problems not taking Abaddon if we made a mistake there, but so be it. By the way, this run is basically, like, predisposed to, I think, anger the maximum amount of people. I can already see every time he leaves coins behind, I lose. Look, why didn't he pick up that coin? Because I got a lot of stuff going on upstairs right now, okay? You You gotta check on the baby. You gotta keep the banter flowing. You gotta reroll these enemies accidentally, and then you gotta determine at runtime, is it worth jumping in there to try to get the extra damage? Or the extra coins. I don't know. Okay. We have to pick this up as it comes out, unfortunately. I'm just saying, if seeing those coins remain unpicked up bothers you, then you're gonna have a bad time with this character in general, I think. Okay, this is what I love to see. That's not what I love to see. You don't, under any circumstances, love to see it. Give me the coin, please. Thank you. Jesus Juice, well worth buying, I think. The Pact, well worth buying. Still very much ahead of schedule here. And we have 15 damage with Crown of Light. That's amazing. If we get hit, we go down a little. Not too much. Not too much, right, baby? You're doing such a good job with your flipping. That's crazy. But I will say, you know, this is a bit that if you're a little squeamish about, like, bowel movements, I encourage you to... And I don't say that to be mean-spirited, but every once in a while, I'll be like, I was changing the baby's diaper today, and I'll see one person in chat be like, please let me know when the diaper bit is done. I can't stand to listen to it. I don't pretend to understand... you know, being in your shoes there, but I don't want to cause harm, you know? If you genuinely get, like, physically nauseated or psychically nauseated by hearing this stuff, then, you know, it's not my position to be like, hey, let's aggravate you on purpose. At least not anymore. But I was changing the baby's diaper this morning, and she's rolling like crazy. She's kicking like crazy. These are all very positive things until you got her on the diaper changing table. She had a poopy diaper. Opened the diaper up. Immediately, she stomped her left foot into the diaper. So she got poop all over her foot. And then she touched her feet together like she was doing a yoga pose before I could, you know, deal with the triage. And then she tried to put both feet in her mouth at the same time. And that's where I was like, okay, looks like I'm not just changing... a diaper today. We're doing like a baby spa treatment. Like, let me wash your feet as well. But baby's been good. As you can tell, she's a happy hippo. Let's play. Dunka da dunk 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 dunk. What do we got here? It's a trinket. Dude, I don't want stitches. I understand what you're gonna say about stitches. I think I will take Pokego and a card though. What are you going to say about stitches? Well, when enemies are flying and they're in a space where you can't get them, then you could use stitches to teleport into the coins. Look, again, I think you got to reduce the cognitive load in some situations here. I just thought that was a tinted rock. By the way, we're still on pace. Don't sweat it. We got so much damage, like the backtracking takes longer than clearing the rooms for the first time. I'm going to leave that. We get enough money anyway. Maybe we'll need a bomb at some point. We've only got 5 of them. Okay, I think I may try to put this baby in the bouncer if you give me a moment here. I'm just a little... Are you okay, baby? You're kind of like... She looks like she's beached. I'll be back in just a sec. Alright, we are back, and with our renewed level of focus here, I feel like we're doing a pretty good job, you know? We're leaving some coins behind, but I'm realizing now, like, how strong this character gets over time. I did forget to... Like, on the first floor, you tend to be a little bit understated, it looks like, just because it's hard to get that much money that early when there's floors with, like, no enemies on them, but... If you can make it past that awkward early period, everything's looking pretty solid here. I mean, especially if you get, like, one of the best angel items in the game out of nowhere. I forgot to mention, though, that... If this is a 5, maybe... No, a 6, we can't do it. Like, the run is... It's too strong. It's too strong right now. I should open the chest, but I don't even want to tempt myself. I also believe... I forgot about this, but the more things you buy from shops... as this character, the more I think that shops expand. That's why we're seeing these shops that are just, like, ridiculously huge right now. Now, remember, we're not doing true path. So what are we trying to do then? We don't need to pick up all this. We're at 99 cents now. we need to in order to get as much ticked off the post-it note as possible. Boss rush, hush, and then literally any of the 2 directions that you could possibly choose from. So we will go item room and shop here because we can, and you know, it would be very worth it, I think, if we could get really more survivability. In particular, would be huge. I know we get coins from enemies, but if we're fighting like one huge enemy, then it's kind of tough, right? If we get hit early, that it takes away our DPS. We're non-diversified in that sense. You know, our health and our damage are kind of coded for by the same thing, which is Crown of Light here. Or what I should say is, if something affects our health, it also greatly minimizes our ability to hurt enemies. So, we're at 18 minutes, plenty of time. The mom fight is gonna be over in about like an 1/8 of a second. Okay, the D1, D Infinity, D100, that's the D100. D100's a bit of a joke. At this point, I can't help but feel like somebody is tempting me. They're trying to have a laugh at my expense, and I will not allow them. I will not allow them to. We're not doing anything with our money, so you might say, why wouldn't you take something? But I feel like because we have a few more deals with the devil coming, it's worth it to me, I think, to just try to hold on to this money in the hopes that we can get something that, you know, maybe we'll come across like a 3 or 4 item deal with the devil in the future. Okay, I'd like to go back on what I said earlier. We will not finish this mom fight in an 1/8 of a second, as previously prognosticated. Might actually be a 1/4 of a second. I apologize. I was off by a factor of 2. So I'm gonna take the negative, actually, to get an extra little damage upgrade, and it really isn't severe, but we'll also take Betrayal. Small Rock would be pretty sick. That's, you know, it's okay. Anything here tickling my fancy? Like, literally no. I'm gonna go, like, Pointy Rib, but Luckfoot was kind of on the list as well. Okay, it's very important to me. First off, we gotta make, you know, we gotta do this pretty speedily. Secondly, just don't get hit for as long as possible, because Crown of Light literally is gonna, like, halve the time that it's gonna take to get you through this. You know you got money coming. Like, don't sweat that. The HP shouldn't be too much of a problem. It's all about whether or not we're able to keep Crown of Light going for this whole thing. I gotta tell you, it feels good to be doing, like, challenging stuff in Isaac again. You know, to have to use your puzzle brain instead of merely, like, your dodging brain. You might not always get... Sometimes, I mean, there's a tendency to get a little frustrated on stream with some of the Tainted characters, for sure. Like, Tainted Jacob, and then, you know, combine that with trying to read chat while playing the game is a fool's gamble. It can be done, and it will be done, but might take us a little bit. We're making great time here. But when I get a chance to execute with some focus, man, it feels good. Like, it feels like a real test. We've been playing pretty well in the YouTube episodes. I know I said earlier that we regressed, but I knew it was coming too. As the worst part of it. Okay, I need your coins. I need your coins. Coins. I need your coins. D100, which is also called the D10. A little confusing because we had the D100 show up on this run. It doesn't work on bosses. We could re-roll the basic enemies, but I don't see much of a reason, quite frankly. I'm not too disappointed by when we got hit there. I think we're still making great time. I think Hush should still be on the table. And Hush shouldn't be impossible for us. Honey. Hush shouldn't be impossible for us. And I'm just trying to maximize Epiphora here, but when you consider the fact that anytime that they spawn an enemy, that's potential HP for us. But the danger is taking too much damage before they, I think, enter that area where they can actually spawn enemies. Okay, we gotta... Our adherence to Epiphora here is doing great things for our DPS, but might compromise our overall ability to survive. Incredible accidental dodging, and there goes Epiphora, but it was worth it. Okay, who else is alive? Duke of Flies. You love to see it. Okay. Now, we still got some enemies chilling from the earlier boss fight. I think we got that's I forget your name, quite frankly. That's no good. No. No. Baby, can you believe it? After all that, I was talking such good stuff, and then look at his face. This little chubby, not you, this little chubby cheek guy right here. We just happened to find ourselves too far away from the epicenter. That hurts. I had a great time. This is a shorter episode today for sure, which I apologize for, but that's gonna happen sometimes when you're shooting for the moon. Either way, I find myself rejuvenated. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Twitch.tv/NorthernLion. We do way more Isaac over there. And then it comes to YouTube eventually. But if you want to watch live, Twitch.tv/NorthernLion, I encourage you to do so. Like, comment, subscribe, leave a reply video, etc., etc. All that 2010 YouTube stuff. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!